Men over 60? What if everything you've been told about building an athletic body is wrong? What if you don't need 20 exercises? Not complicated routines. Not endless variation? But only 5. 5 movements? That build strength, proportion, and quiet power. And nothing else. 1. Overhead press. 1. When a man's shoulders begin to round forward, his body is not only losing muscle, it is losing posture, frame, and presence. The overhead press rebuilds that frame. You take the weight from the shoulders and drive it above the head. The body has no place to hide. The spine must stay tall. The core must brace. The breath must slow down. If the body is unstable, the lift exposes it immediately. That is why this movement matters after 60. The original script says the overhead press builds shoulder width and upper body power. It trains the front, side, and rear delts, along with the traps and triceps. This is not decoration. This is structure. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime. His physique was not remembered only because of size. It was remembered because of proportion, wide shoulders, narrow waist, controlled posture. And later in life, Arnold often repeated the same deeper lesson. Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. That is exactly what the overhead press teaches. A man presses upward while gravity presses down. The weight does not care about age. It does not care about excuses. It only responds to control. So train it with restraint. 3 to 4 sets, 6 to 8 reps, twice per week. Use a weight that makes the final reps difficult, not reckless. Press from the shoulders to full lockout. Rest 2 to 3 minutes. Add a little weight, or one clean representative, when the body earns it. Over time, the shoulders widen. But something else happens. The man stands taller. 2. Pull-ups. 2. When a man cannot pull his own body upward, it tells a hard truth. He may still be strong in parts, but he has lost command over the whole. Pull-ups are honest because there is no machine to rescue you. No seat, no support, just your hands, your back, your grip, and your body weight. The original script says pull-ups build the lats, biceps, forearms, grip, rear delts, and mid-back. More than that, they build the V-taper, the wide back that makes the waist look tighter and the body look capable. There is a reason pull-ups are part of elite physical screening. In Navy SEAL testing, candidates are measured on strict pull-ups after swimming, push-ups, sit-ups, and before the run. The movement is not there for appearance. It is there because pulling your own body under fatigue reveals real capacity. This is where psychology enters. A man who can pull himself up learns not to panic under resistance. He learns that struggle is not a signal to quit. It is a signal to organize himself. Grip tighter, brace harder, pull cleaner. David Goggins built much of his public story around this kind of confrontation with weakness. His message is not elegant, but it is useful. Comfort makes a man soft when it becomes his master. So start where you are. Use resistance bands if needed. Do negative reps if needed. Jump to the top and lower yourself slowly for 5 seconds. 3 to 4 sets. Maximum clean reps, twice per week. Reduce help over time. The goal is not to impress anyone. The goal is to become a man who can move his own body again. 3. Goblet squat. 3. When standing up from a chair feels slower. When the knees feel uncertain. When balance starts to fade, the warning is not small. The foundation is weakening. Goblet squats rebuild that foundation without turning training into punishment. The original script says this movement trains the quads, glutes, hamstrings, and core while keeping the torso upright. That matters. A heavy barbell can force the body into positions it no longer owns. But a goblet squat teaches clean movement first. The weight stays close to the chest. The spine stays tall. The hips descend. The heels drive into the ground. This is strength you can use. In real life, leg strength is not about looking powerful in the mirror. It is about climbing stairs without hesitation, getting off the floor without fear, carrying groceries without losing balance, walking with confidence instead of caution. Clint Eastwood once said, "A man's got to know his limitations." The goblet squat shows you those limitations without humiliating you. Then, Slowly. It moves them. Train it 2 times per week. 3 to 4 sets. 8 to 12 reps. Descend until the hip crease drops below the knee if your mobility allows it. Keep the chest proud. Drive through the heels. Add weight only when the form stays clean. This movement does not build arrogance. It builds trust. Trust in your legs. Trust in your balance. Trust that age can take speed, but it does not have to take command. 4. Push-ups. 4. When a man's chest weakens, shoulders ache, and simple pushing feels unstable, the issue is often not age alone. It is lost movement quality. Push-ups rebuild what machines often ignore. The original script says push-ups train the chest, front delts, triceps, and core. It also says they allow full movement of the shoulder blades. That detail matters. Most men think strength is only about pushing weight away. But real strength is coordination. In a good push-up, the body moves as one piece. The chest lowers, the core stays tight, the shoulder blades move naturally. The hands stay rooted, nothing collapses. That is why push-ups appear in military and athletic testing around the world. They are simple, but not easy. In Navy SEAL screening, push-ups must be performed with a straight back, with strict form maintained. Sloppy strength does not count. Bruce Lee said, "Absorb what is useful, discard what is not." Push-ups are useful. They strip training down to the truth. No machine, no ego, no excuses. Train them 3 times per week. 3 to 4 sets near failure. Lower until the chest nearly touches the ground. Push up fully. If standard push-ups are too difficult, elevate the hands. If they are too easy, elevate the feet or add resistance. The rule is simple. Make the movement fit your level. Then outgrow that level. A man does not need complexity to rebuild strength. He needs consistency. 5. Planks. 5. When the waist thickens, posture collapses, and the lower back begins to complain. The problem is often deeper than fat or age. The center is no longer holding. Planks rebuild the center. The original script says planks train the deep core, the transverse abdominis and multifidus, without thickening the waist like heavy-weighted ab work can. This is important because the athletic physique depends on the shoulder-to-waist ratio. Wide shoulders mean little if the waist keeps expanding. The plank is quiet, but ruthless. There is no movement to distract you, no reps to count quickly, no momentum to borrow. You are left with stillness, tension, and truth. This is Stoic training in physical form. Marcus Aurelius wrote that a person has power over the mind, not outside events. Realizing this is where strength begins. That line is commonly tied to meditations, though often shared in modernized wording. The plank teaches the same thing. You cannot control time. You cannot control discomfort. You can only control your position. Forearms down, feet planted, body straight from head to heels. No sagging. No lifting the hips. No bargaining. Hold until form begins to break. Rest 90 seconds. Repeat 3 to 4 sets. Train 3 to 4 times per week. Add time slowly. The plank will not make noise, but it will change how you stand, how you walk, and how long your body can stay composed under pressure. 6. Why only these 5? 6. When a man keeps changing routines, adding exercises, chasing new methods, and still sees no change, the problem is not lack of options. It is lack of mastery. The original script says these 5 exercises work because they are compound movements. They train many muscles at once. They build proportion, strength, mobility, and function without wasting energy. That is the deeper principle. The body does not reward confusion. It rewards repeated, focused stress. Bruce Lee's famous line captures this perfectly. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. That is the philosophy of these 5 movements. Overhead press, pull-ups, goblet squats, push-ups, planks. You are not trying to become average at 20 exercises. You are becoming dangerous at 5 fundamentals. That is how athletes are built. Not through endless novelty. Through repetition. Through refinement. through pressure applied in the same direction long enough to reshape the man. 7. Training structure. 7. When progress stops, most men think they need more intensity. Often, they need better rhythm. The original script gives a simple weekly structure, 3 sessions per week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, pressing, pulling, squatting, pushing, and core work spread across the week. This works because the body learns through repeated signals. Train too rarely, and the signal is weak. Train too recklessly, and recovery breaks. But train 2 to 3 times per week with the right movements, and the body begins to adapt. In real life, this is how disciplined people improve. Not by destroying themselves once, but by returning to the work before the body forgets. A musician does not master an instrument by practicing once a week until his hands bleed. He practices often enough for the nervous system to remember. Training is the same. Strength is memory written into muscle. 3 sessions per week is not glamorous. That is why it works. 8. Progressive overload. 8. When the same workout feels the same every week, the body receives no reason to change. This is where many men fail quietly. They show up. They sweat. But they do not progress. The original script is clear. Add weight to the overhead press. Add reps to pull-ups. Increase goblet squat load. Add reps to push-ups. And increase plank hold time. This is progressive overload. It is the law of physical adaptation. Henry Rollins once wrote, "The iron never lies to you." His point was simple. The weight gives direct feedback. It does not flatter you. It does not insult you. It only tells the truth. If you are stronger, the bar moves better. If you are not, it does not. So write things down. Track the sets. Track the reps. Track the hold time. Every week, ask for one small improvement. Not a dramatic leap. A controlled advance. That is how men rebuild themselves after 60. Not through fantasy. Through measured proof. 9. Nutrition. 9. When a man trains hard but his body still looks soft, the missing piece is often not effort. It is control outside the gym. The original script says the athletic look appears most clearly around 12 to 15% body fat, with enough protein and maintenance calories. It also warns against aggressive bulking. That matters because the athletic physique is not just muscle. It is proportion. A man can build strength and still hide it under excess weight. He can also starve himself thin and lose the power he was trying to reveal. The middle path is harder and more stoic. Eat enough to recover. Eat enough protein to build. Stay lean enough for the body's lines to show. In real life, the men who look strong year-round are usually not the ones chasing extremes. They are the ones who repeat boring meals, stop before excess, and understand that discipline at dinner becomes visible in the mirror months later. This is not punishment. It is self-respect made physical. 10. Timeline. 10. When a man expects transformation in 2 weeks, he becomes easy to defeat. Impatience destroys more physiques than age. The original script gives the timeline clearly. Weeks 1 to 4, strength rises. Weeks 5 to 8, definition becomes visible. Weeks 9 to 12, proportions begin to show. 6 months, the body looks different. 12 months, the man becomes different. This is not magic. It is accumulation. Marcus Aurelius lived as emperor during war, plague, political burden, and personal loss. His strength was not that life became easy. His strength was that he returned to discipline while life remained hard. That is the lesson. Do the work while results are still invisible. Train while doubt is still present. Eat well while nobody notices. Sleep, recover, repeat. One day the mirror catches up. But by then, the real change has already happened inside. 11. Final principle. 11. When everything becomes complicated, return to what cannot be argued with. 5 movements. 5 standards. 5 ways to prove that the body is still trainable. The original script ends with a simple command. Stop wasting time on 20 different exercises. Master these 5. Progress them consistently. Stay lean year-round. That is the whole path. Not easy. but clear. And clarity is a gift most men ignore. Overhead press builds the shoulders. Pull-ups build the back. Goblet squats build the legs. Push-ups build the chest and movement quality. Planks build the core and waist control. Together, they build the look of a man who still moves with purpose. A man does not need to be young to be powerful. He needs standards. And he needs the discipline to return to them, again and again. Stop wasting time on 20 different exercises. Master these 5. Progress them. Stay consistent. That's how you build a body that looks strong. And performs even stronger. A man does not need more. He needs focus. If this helped you, subscribe to Silent Stoic, so each day, you become stronger and calmer. Now tell me, which of these 5 have you been avoiding?